everyone, my name is The Clever Fool. Today I'll be playing the second episode of Rajendra, titled Deeds of the Father. We'll be going for an achievement here called No Rest for the Wicked, where we have to defeat a couple factions without capturing a town center. Let's go ahead and get started.
As the great tiger falls, the scavengers come out to feast on its corpse. The Empire is in turmoil after my father's death. To the west, the Sera and Pandya dynasties are rattling their sabers. In the north, the Chalukyas talk of vengeance, even as they lick their wounds from the last war. Yet, my greatest worry is the island of Sri Lanka. My father invaded the island decades ago, forcing its king Mahinda to escape into the untamed south. Now, Mahinda has returned to reclaim his old domains. All but a single town have fallen to his rebellion. If we lose Sri Lanka, it will embolden dissenters in every part of the Empire to rise up against me. That cannot be allowed to happen. I must finish what my father began.
Our main objectives are to land our troops in the Chola harbor, and Rajendra must survive. Guides tell us that Rajendra is limited to the castle age at a population of 150. Your enemies will not wait for you to get settled in, so strike out quickly. You will not be able to produce villagers to capture a town center from either Manaram or Polonnaruwa, or defeat both players. Most of the city island is overrun by Sri Lankan rebels, but pockets of Chola loyalists can still be found hiding in the jungle. Local villages can be persuaded to supply you with resources by killing the garrisons guarding them, but their buildings can also be raided for immediate resources. Dravidian skirmishers and elephant archers fire faster. Complement them with infantry for a low-budget yet effective army. Your scouts report that Rajendra in red is landing on the northern Sri Lanka with a small force of soldiers and must battle his way across the island in order to re-establish control. To the west lies the weak enemy town of Manaram in yellow. It will remain in the feudal age, but having been supplied by King Mahinda, it will still produce elephant archers in addition to their archers and infantry. At the heart of the island lies the fortified town of Polonnaruwa in purple. It will be a fierce opponent with armies consisting mostly of cavalry, heavy infantry, and armored elephants. A distant enemy exists in Ruhuna in orange in the southern part of the island. Its navy will harass your coastline, and should its army be provoked into action, it will send heavy infantry, elephant archers, and cavalry your way. The Chola forces in green remain in control of only one small town in the north. Once you have secured a foothold, you can expect them to send reinforcements and resources to support you. The villages in the area in gray want to avoid the war if they can, and destroying the local garrisons will force them to supply you with resources. Doing so, however, could make them a target for King Mahinda in blue. The Sri Lankan rebel King Mahinda is rumored to be in the northern half of the island, but your scouts have been unable to uncover his hiding place. Let's go ahead and get started here.
King Mahinda is assaulting our only remaining settlement on the island. Hurry to shore, men, before the Sri Lankan ships catch up to us.
Sari. You arrived in the nick of time, Your Highness. A number of Sri Lankan patrols have been spotted heading this way. We must hold the walls while our navy defends the harbor.
அப்படியே சரி இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் அப்படியே உங்கள் சித்தம் இந்த கணமே போகிறேன்.
The Cholas are hanging on for dear life.
இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் அப்படியே சரி இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் உங்கள் சித்தம் என்ன கட்டளை இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் கணமே போகிறேன்.
Let them crash into your swords and drop broken and bleeding in the dirt.
Okay, good micro here. Gotta finish off those elephants more efficiently. Let's have our hero take out the bowman from behind.
இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் உங்கள் சித்தம் சரி அப்படியே ஆயுதத்தை எடுத்து இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் பாய்ந்து தாக்கு. சரி ஐயா என்ன கட்டளை உங்கள் சித்தம் இந்த கணமே போகிறேன்
Okay, we'll need to bait the remainder into the towers here. Shouldn't be too hard. We'll just have our guys hide inside the transport ships in the meanwhile.
It appears that my army is like a forest of rotten trees, breaking at the first strike. But fear not, Rajendra. I will be back for you.
We will strike out quickly. If we allow the Sri Lankans to regroup, we will surely lose the entire island.
Alright, so first things first, we're going to have our boy Rajendra engage in some additional combat here while we train up some crossbowmen. We're going to need a force of crossbowmen to take out yellow. Clean up some guys on the water here. And save this village from the blues.
Praise the gods. I thought we would have to hide in this godforsaken forest until the end of our days.
Okay. Army morale has increased. Getting some archers online here. Let's bring the archers over here. 5+3. I'm pretty sure that's like max morale. But the morale bonus is going to make your elephant archers really powerful.
These locals have done us no harm, and they will provide us with meager tribute. But I fear that if we be under them, then our enemies will.
Okay, that's the village liberated. Now what should happen is yellow should be coming over. As if on cue. We'll want yellow to get tanked by our hero unit here. And then eviscerate him with our crossbowmen. Let's get a couple of fishing ships online. Those guys can get free fish for us. And while these guys get crushed by our soldiers, since it's the first wave, after doing this we'll be ready to crush the next wave. We have 2 elephants, and an elephant will be coming in. By elephant I mean armored elephant. Plenty of crossbows. We can make a few more here. As the reinforcements come in, these guys will be chasing my elephant.
கணமே போகிறேன் பாய்ந்து தாக்கு சரி ஐயா ஆயுதத்தை எடு பாய்ந்து தாக்கு
And we are at our pop cap now.
ஐயா ஆயுதத்தை எடு கணமே போகிறேன் முன்னேறு அப்படியே பாய்ந்து தாக்கு இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் ஆயுதத்தை எடு சரி உங்கள் சரி ஐயா பாய்ந்து தாக்கு இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் ஆயுதத்தை எடு அப்படியே பாய்ந்து தாக்கு சரி ஐயா முன்னேறு பாய்ந்து தாக்கு ஆயுதத்தை முன்னேறு அப்படியே என்ன கட்டளை கணமே போகிறேன் சரி சரி ஐயா
Awesome. We have crushed that wave of units. Let's grab our reinforcements here, which include another elephant. And we're going to use this block of archers to continuously crush our enemies now. Let's prepare to bring these elephants over.
சரி சரி இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் அப்படியே கணமே போகிறேன் சரி இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் என்ன கட்டளை முன்னேறு உங்கள் சரி ஆயுதத்தை எடு முன்னேறு இந்த கணமே இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் ஆயுதத்தை எடு உங்கள் சித்தம் தாக்கு சரி சரி இந்த கணமே ஆயுதத்தை எடு தாக்கு இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் என்ன கட்டளை சரி சரி ஆயுதத்தை எடு பாய்ந்து தாக்கு முன்னேறு அப்படியே ஆயுதத்தை எடு இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் தாக்கு சரி ஐயா இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் என்ன கட்டளையா சரி இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் சரி ஐயா அப்படியே பாய்ந்து தாக்கு இந்த கணமே
Okay, purple's coming through here. Pretty nasty timing.
கணமே போகிறேன் முன்னேறு சரி ஐயா ஆயுதத்தை எடு அப்படியே கணமே போகிறேன்
That's okay. We managed to kill off a few of them here. Let's bring our soldiers here, just to act as a meat shield. Oh, I'm about to lose one of the fishing ships I just made. I guess he bravely tanked. We lost one armored elephant.
Burns in the fiery furnace of war. Let its ashes inspire loyalty to the Cholans for generations to come.
But now we are in the Castle Age. Let's grab a bunch of these techs.
சரி ஐயா இந்த கணமே சரி ஐயா உங்கள் சித்தம் சரி சரி ஐயா சரி ஐயா
Okay, we'll bring our crossbows over here to liberate the last town. Everyone else will come over here. We don't want to trigger purple just yet. Let's try to bait these guys into tower fire. Okay, we'll have our soldier go here, bring your crossbowman back here, start transitioning into alley archers, and we'd also like some more armored elephants. We are unfortunately a bit low on housing. That's because we have some surplus units here that need to die at the front.
என்ன கட்டளை இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் சரி உங்கள் சரி ஐயா என்ன கட்டளை முன்னேறு பாய்ந்து தாக்கு ஆயுதத்தை எடு பாய்ந்து தாக்கு
Now we're going to take care of Purple's forces.
உங்கள் முன்னேறு தாக்கு முன்னேறு இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் சரியா என்ன கட்டளை கணமே போகிறேன் உங்கள் சித்தம் ஆயுதத்தை எடு முன்னேறு இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் பாய்ந்து தாக்கு ஆயுதத்தை
Did I just shoot a villager by accident? That was my bad.
ஆயுதத்தை எடு என்ன கட்டளை இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் முன்னேறு இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் ஆயுதத்தை எடு முன்னேறு அப்படியே இந்த கணமே இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் இந்த கணமே இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் பாய்ந்து தாக்கு ஆயுதத்தை எடு பாய்ந்து தாக்கு இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் ஆயுதத்தை எடு முன்னேறு ஆயுதத்தை எடு கணமே போகிறேன் அப்படியே சரியா ஆயுதத்தை எடு
In any case, it doesn't even matter if we lose all these crossbowmen.
அப்படியே
We want to replace them with a more population efficient and tanky elephant archer.
அப்படியே என்ன கட்டளை கணமே
The hard to replace items here are going to be the armored elephants.
பாய்ந்து தாக்கு உங்கள் சித்தம் அப்படியே சரி ஐயா என்ன கட்டளை இந்த கணமே போகிறேன்
Here's another wave of purples coming through. But this is okay. The pacing favors us here. We don't want to lose the Risidae. Or we don't want to lose our docks because they give us pop space.
என்ன கட்டளை கணமே போகிறேன் உங்கள் சித்தம் சரி இந்த கணமே போகிறேன்
Alright. So while we're still in this phase, we can slow down just a little bit and talk about our plan. So our plan is to get these guys bladed, get enough of a force of armored elephants and elephant archers to carry us for the rest of the run, get enough of a naval presence to get us all the way to the king, which will be in the south later. And then make a mad dash for him and assassinate him at the very end.
இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் என்ன கட்டளை சரி இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் என்ன கட்டளை இந்த கணமே போகிறேன்
Don't really have need for long swordsmen, unfortunately.
உங்கள் சித்தம் என்ன கட்டளை
May also be easier to go from the left than the right. But I find it's like more natural to go right.
சரி இந்த கணமே போகிறேன் என்ன கட்டளை சரி ஐயா உங்கள் இந்த கணமே போகிறேன்
Okay, 8 armored elephants ought to be enough.
முன்னேறு
Let's try to bait some folks out here. Yeah, there's a wave coming.
உங்கள் சித்த ஆயுதத்தை எடு அப்படியே சரி ஐயா முன்னேறு பாய்ந்து தாக்கு ஆயுதத்தை எடு முன்னேறு ஆயுதத்தை எடு முன்னேறு பாய்ந்து தாக்கு ஆயுதத்தை எடு
It's like watching cotton candy.
முன்னேறு
Okay, so after we evaporate a wave here, we'll send our guys in. They're still not done, huh? After we finish these guys, we'll send our elephants in and assassinate the town center. Destroying the town center should destroy the castle for us also. Alright, looks like there's a bit of a lull in the enemies. Okay. Nice. Let's get more armored elephants.
Ghastly splendor. You Cholans come and loot what my people have built over centuries to make it seem like the future is yours. We all like that feeling. It is a comforting thought. But death will come to you and your house, Rajendra, as it comes to us all.
The northern half of the island is ours. But where is King Mahinda?
The king is in another castle, Your Highness. Our scouts say that he has fled south to the Ruhuna region.
So, he plans to hide in the jungle until I leave. Just like he did after my father's invasion. No, this will not do. Sri Lanka will not be ours until every part of it swears fealty to me. We march on Ruhuna.
உங்கள் சித்தம் அப்படியே கணமே போகிறேன்.
Okay, that was an orange strike force, which is totally a-okay. We're gonna keep coming down here with our ships. That is a lot of enemy ships. But fortunately, the Risidae are super pop efficient. These guys will be dead soon because they're defeated. Do we still get resources for defeating these guys? It does look like we get, or not the units, but at least the buildings.
உங்கள் சித்தம்.
Oh, these are armored elephants. Let's not get those guys in there.
என்ன கட்டளை? அப்படியே முன்னேறு. சரி, இந்த கணமே போகிறேன். பாய்ந்து தாக்கு. இந்த கணமே போகிறேன். ஆயுதத்தை எடு. என்ன கட்டளை ஐயா? உங்கள் ஆயுதத்தை எடு.
Alright, our elephants should be way better than theirs, and they are.
சரி, முன்னேறு.
The relevant point here, though, is that we are creating better units. We want to be very, very population efficient here. As population efficient as one can humanely get.
உங்கள் சித்தம் என்ன கட்டளை? கணமே போகிறேன்.
Curses! I thought we had escaped conscription at last. Fine.
Okay, let's bring these units back here.
My lord.
$11 armored elephants. Actually, 12 armored elephants. $22 elephant archers. We should have, yeah, we have 6.
Of Anuradhapura. My father told me stories of this jewel in the jungle, which he reduced to rubble during his invasion. Perhaps we can find something useful among the ruins.
Oh, praise the gods. I thought we would have to hide in this godforsaken forest until the end of our days.
We should have enough space to fit all of our units here. It's going to be a close fit, but it should be good. And what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to sail all the way around, make a mad dash for the king, and when he comes out of the castle, I'm going to try to assassinate him.
சரி, உங்கள் சித்தம். சரி, பாய்ந்து தாக்கு. உங்கள் சித்தம். முன்னேறு. சரி, ஆயுதத்தை எடு.
As for our base, we can let the base die. Because we're not creating any more population at this point. It's an all-in attack. That's some nice tribute, but it's not any tribute that we're going to be able to use. If only we could just build a couple of houses. That'd be way more useful than whatever tribute these villagers are giving us at this point. Let's just make sure we have all of our upgrades here.
Your Highness, our scouts say that King Mahinda has moved the crown jewels of Sri Lanka to a mountain fortress not far from here. If we were to capture them, it would crush the enemy's morale.
Okay, the Rhyssidai are coming in super clutch here, countering these galleys very, very well. I didn't raise any buildings. More than likely our enemies raised some of our buildings. There is a tower back here. Let's try to loop around it. With our warships first. And our transports following behind. I'm going to go ahead and make a save here, which is all-in attack. I'm hoping to get this done in one try, but just giving myself a little bit of insurance for later. It's weird that the villagers are giving me tribute, even though I'm not the one raising them. Alright, let's knock down the gate. Move in on the castle. And get ready to assassinate the king when he walks out. There he is. And just like that, we're done. And the achievements popped. Beautiful.
You mainlanders have tried to control our island ever since the days of Rama and his army of monkeys. Rama succeeded only because he was a god. And you, young Chola, are no Rama.
We already won, man. We outplayed you to the max.
Order has been restored, but at a high price. My army slaughtered thousands of rebels and pillaged their cities. The people here have suffered, but the fires of Sri Lanka will ensure that the rebellion does not spread, causing suffering on an even greater scale. I tell myself this, yet in my heart I feel tainted. My hands are red with blood of these innocent people. This is not how I imagined the beginning of my reign. I find myself retracing my father's steps, walking where he walked, seeing what he saw. Did he once suffer the same qualms that I do? It is a strange image. The iron-fisted Raja, struggling to balance the necessity for violence with a will to do good. It does not seem like the man that I knew. Then again, I never thought that these bloody hands could be mine either.
Alright, so that's that. We had a pretty nice, almost 4-to-1 KDR ratio there. And we managed to get the achievement without getting either town center on our side. So, lots to talk about. I did give some explanation live here, but I was more focused on the task at hand. But I guess right now we'll just rehash the grand strategy. So, the Thericidai come in really handy this mission. In fact, a lot of the bonuses that we get as the Dravidians come in very handy this mission. Some of them being the docks, giving us population space. The unique Thericidai being extremely good at taking out naval units while not taking up too much population space. Elephant archers being very tanky. And once their attack has been buffed by the morale boost that is provided by engaging our hero in combat, they become very, very dangerous as well. Armored elephants also are a hugely important factor here because they can bust down the gate super quickly and eject the king here so that you can perform the assassination. Speed is of the essence. Something that I like to do is at the start, I like to engage my hero in destroying the towers because he gets a lot of free swings, which farms up the morale boost very easily. Liberating these villages as quickly as possible is awesome, but as you can see by the end, I wasn't limited by resources, rather I was limited by population space. And that's good. That's really good. That means that you don't really need to protect them too much. I didn't really bother protecting them. In fact, I abandoned my entire base afterwards, right? So, getting started, you bring your soldiers here, you survive the first 3 waves. The only units that you really want to make sure survive the first 3 waves are your starting armored elephant, your hero, which needs to survive, and however many crossbowmen you can get. Crossbowmen are going to be the bread and butter unit that you use to efficiently kill off yellow, after which you will likely want to replace them with elephant archers as you are making your way to killing purple. So you liberate these towns after the first few waves, and yellow will send a force of elephant archers at you, which should be pretty easy to deal with. You just use your armored elephant and your hero to tank their shots and have your ball of crossbowmen melt them from afar while they're not being targeted. After that, when you make your attack on yellow, they will send out a bunch of melee units and crossbowmen, which again you can just kill off with your ball of crossbowmen, which have higher attack. You're going to want to use your starting elephant and any reinforcement elephants that you get to help destroy the yellow TC. Once you destroy the TC, yellow will just delete all the things. So getting that TC down real quick is extremely important. So you will, at that time, get an armored elephant via reinforcement, and you can find an armored elephant out here among a group of rebels. Or not rebels, a group of loyalists, I suppose. Those 3 should be more than enough to take out this TC by themselves. At some point, purple might launch a small offensive at you while you're fighting yellow. It shouldn't be too big of a problem. You just knock them out with your ball of crossbowmen. After all that's said and done, you can move over to this outpost here, where I'm circling right now, to destroy the outpost. Only do this when you're ready, because it will bring the static forces that purple started with out, which is pretty strong. They have some armored elephants, they have some battle elephants, and that first wave might deal a lot of damage to you. So you want to be careful that you don't lose any of your newly created armor elephants. You don't lose your newly created elephant archers. Pretty much everyone else is expendable, though. Your crossbowmen are expendable at this point because you want to replace them with the population-efficient elephant archer. So really, at this point, you should be whittling down purple. They'll be sending you Urumi swordsmen and swordsmen every once in a while, maybe even some light cavalry as well. But there should be a point where you bait them out and there's a lull in the number of units that they have. Once you find that lull, you can send your armored elephants in directly to the town center to destroy the town center. This is obviously if you're going for the achievement. If you're not going for the achievement, you can go for the castle. Going for the town center and the achievement is better because if you destroy the castle, the town center will actually come under your control. It's not immediately obvious that will happen. So you need to destroy the town center, actually. Destroying the town center will cause purple to delete their castle, fulfilling this objective. And it's actually way easier. So this is one of those cases where it's in fact easier to go for the achievement than it is to not go for the achievement. It's just one small thing. Overall, it's still more difficult, I'd say. So after that happens, you should get a massive block of resources for defeating purple. And you should be getting more tributes. And what this should let you do is train up whatever ships you need, research your technologies, and train a bunch of armored elephants and elephant archers to place inside the transport ships that you've been getting. With your navy of Thericidae that you've also been getting, some fire ships that you add in, upgraded with careening, and your transport ships, you can load up your entire army into the transports and make your way down the coast. I chose the right side coast. The left side coast might also work, though this tower will probably do a lot of damage to your ships, whereas this tower can be avoided. Yeah, I'm definitely liking the right side better. In any case, there is another group of units hanging out in the swamp here on the west, and some hanging out in the ruins here in the center. After you've finished training your block and you've hit your pop cap of very efficient units, you want to go pick those guys up and jam them into your transport as well. Finally, as you head down to the bottom, you'll be taking out a bunch of ships with your Thericidae navy, and unloading your whole army onto the coast here, busting down this gate, shooting down the Urumi swordsman in here, busting down the castle, and taking extra care to do damage to this king before he can escape into one of these towers, or just straight up away out the gate and into this castle. If he gets into this castle, you're not going to win. This entire time, as soon as you land, Orange will send a ton of units your way. The best you can really try to hope for is to stall. You should just really ignore everything else from Orange and favor assassinating the Blue King here. Overall, I think this is a pretty tough mission to get the achievement on. You need to move fast, you need to move strategically, but I think it's extremely rewarding. Something that I'd like to point out as well is you won't get the achievement until the very end of the mission, even though you fulfill the conditions for it earlier on in the mission. That's something that threw me off earlier. I think this mission does an excellent job of highlighting the Thericidae. It does an excellent job of using the morale boost attack mechanic and using your hero and protecting him in combat. It does a great job of highlighting armored elephants, and it does an excellent job of highlighting the bonuses of the Dravidians, which include the dock population space, which actually comes in super clutch. Finally, elephant archers come in very, very nicely here, synergizing extremely well with the attack bonus from the morale boost to form a very, very satisfying campaign level. I rate this very highly. This is my favorite one of the DLC that I've played so far. Anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching. My name is The Clever Fool. I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.